everyone. Welcome. How are y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing great. Let's get ready to get this live stream on the roll. How are y'all doing? Salute to everybody. I freaking love y'all.
Alright, motherfucker, listen up. Alright, motherfucker, listen up. This is for the fucking homies steady giving no fucks. If you wanna join the party, put your middle fingers up. And when the music fucking hits, you better jump.
What up, peeps? Everybody hear me good? We got sound? Let me know if we've got sound, y'all. I don't know if we do or if we don't. That looks like it went way too high. Let me know if we've got sound. I've been working with some things. I may have screwed some things up. I don't know. Let's see here. La 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 la. Think we're okay. Let me know if we're good. Sounds good. Great. Thank you guys so much for being here, man. How are you guys doing today? How about you, y'all? Sound is low. Should be good here because I'm leveling out. I'm going to be working on some things, you know, getting shit better, getting shit together better, working on everything. What's good? It's Friday, y'all. Freaky Friday. What's popping, everybody? Damn it. Oh, well. Anyway, how the heck are y'all, man? I hope y'all have a great day. Um, I don't know. There's not much into this Nancy again today. I guess somebody was taken out of there last night for coming there smelling like reefer, acting a fool. You know, I don't know what that was all about. Right now, there's a group of goth people. I seen that. I seen that. You guys want to see that? That's kind of odd, isn't it? It looks like they're like, it looks like she's a YouTuber or something, and that's what they're doing because it looks like they're filming. I'm not sure what it is, guys. I'm not sure. But JLR is on the scene, and we'll take a look at it. We got some things for everyone to, I got some things we're going to go over too. I'm going to go over something that I found on the internet. On the internet. It has a lot to do with Tommaso. We're going to do a deep dive into Mr. Tommaso tonight. What's good, Stacy? Hello, hello. What's good, Melissa? How are you? Good evening, Jackal. Good evening. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Hello, Hank Bridges. How are you, buddy? Night Owl in the building. What's good, Beth? Get it cracking, McCracken. Damn, what's good, everybody? AD, what's up? What's up? What's up, Florida? Pretty bird. How are you, pretty bird? Pretty bird. What's up? What's up, Stacy? How are you? Florida Life in the Sun again. All right. My homegirl, Twisterella. Twisterella, how are you? Leesky. Hello, Leesky. How are you? Earth Angel. How are you, you fine thing, you? What's up, Chris? How are you? Angela Sparks in the building. Okay, okay. Who's new in here? Come on, get up in here, y'all. What's up, Elizabeth? Miss January, how are you? What's up? What's up, Susan? Susan! What's good with you, Susan? I gotta get my juice over here. What's up, Nana and Papa? What's good, y'all? Salute. Much love to both of you. What's up, Ellen Witzman? Witzman. Whitsonen. Courtney. Hello, Courtney. Hello, hello. How is y'all's day? Hillbilly, I see ya, Hillbilly. What's good, Hillbilly? All right, man. Nazarene. Hello, Nazarene. How are you? Hello, Naz. All right, we're getting down to the bottom slowly. Slowly but surely. Josie's in the chat. Hello, Josie. Welcome to the chat, Josie. Bambi. Hello, Bambi. You ain't late. You ain't late. Lusky getting Freaky Friday party started, right? Let's get this party started quickly. Shut up.
Right now, 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 right now.
Get new speakers. I think it's time for new speakers. I do. I think it's not time for new speakers for the computer. Damn it. That's all right. That's all right. We'll get there, y'all. We'll get there.
You know, blood thinners has been an issue in the past. They bleed very easily from just bumping into a wall. So to restrain somebody like that would be nothing. It would be very easy to restrain her, tie her up, her in a closet, get what you need out of there, and get out.
Yeah.
I don't understand the taking
that, right?
and trying, and quite frankly, I feel like it's condescending to the public. How many times he's changed his timeline and then basically berates us that why would
There's
you think
the Gothic
that?
people.
Well, first of
I don't know what these people are doing out here. Filming a record label, maybe a album cover, but why would you be doing it in front of Nancy's? That's morbid as fuck. That is morbid, y'all.
all, your first timeline that you put out to the public.
Like she is modeling in front of Nancy's house, y'all. She is literally modeling in front of Nancy's house. Is this not disrespectful?
The family did not call law enforcement for an hour. Then they put out another timeline later on that said
No way she's going to do a photo in front of those flowers.
of being notified
Oh
to show
my
up
God.
to her friend's house for that.
OMG, bro. Wow, that is morbid, dude. That is morbid, man. Look at his boots. Someone said that she was exotic dancer or something to that effect. Okay. But still, what's your business in front of Nancy Guthrie's house? Just to look provocative? I think that could have waited. You know? That could have waited, right? I'm not sure what they're there for, though. JLR went and asked him, and she said, I have no information for you, hon.
Live streaming of church. So which is it? Was it 10 minutes or an hour? And I don't understand why those things are being kept private from the public. I feel like that's, again, I feel like it's condescending. We're not dumb. We've been invested in this from the beginning because
it's disrespectful, man. OnlyFans material?
Right now,
you think so? She ain't getting naked, though.
And there's a lot of children of boomers.
What's up, Native?
You know, now
shout out to Native.
Said parents that are in their 80s.
Yeah.
And we're one of them. And this feels very close to home. It's terrifying. And if it's not a targeted attack, then this neighborhood and this community should be very well versed in what are the potential for.
Yeah, I mean, she's a cute girl, but I still think this is like very disrespectful.
Break-ins in their community. This is terrifying.
Well, I mean, case in point.
Shout out to the chat, baby. I see y'all in here.
Park in their driveway and appreciate us out here to cover it because they feel safer with the people out here.
Right. This is it's unnerving and it's irresponsible in my opinion. And it's also condescending to tell us that we've cleared the family. They've been nothing but wonderful. I don't know why people keep talking about the family. Well, you took their freaking car. You know, you've been searching their house a million times, and you know, we still haven't been given a lot of answers as to why would you clear anybody when you can't even tell us what happened.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's very true. That is very, very true. How can you clear anybody when you ain't even told the public what happened? Like, how was she taken? Was she taken like by gunpoint? Was she tied up? Like, there's a lot of things that this sheriff is not answering. And I don't know if it's just because he sucks, if he's hiding something, if he's incompetent. Is his people incompetent? Is he hiding something, you think? Maybe hiding how terribly he did with this? Maybe trying to hide the fact that he's never going to figure this out because he fucked up shit?
Hearing the theory that it was a robbery gone wrong is still circling. I just, and quite frankly, Savannah, and she was targeted because this was her mother. I know that I finally looked it up, the video that everybody kept saying that she'd done the hometown, and I guess that happened only a couple months before this incident. So, I mean, it could be just a targeted attack against Savannah. But again, I just feel like it's a little too convenient.
A targeted attack against Savannah. Maybe they're mad at Savannah. She started interviewing Epstein survivors. She started interviewing victims. Maybe that is true. Yeah, they're not easy, Stacy. My daughter does them all the time. She stays hours out there when she does it. She's hours, man. Yeah, she's hours doing that shit. I thought her stay at it though.
And it feels slightly sloppy, but it still feels planned. And, and for somebody to be in the house for an hour, at first when everybody's like, well, she was kidnapped, why would they stay in the house for an hour? I'm like, probably to gather her medications.
It's like 40 minutes, but yeah, close to an hour.
Yeah, hour's a long time, y'all.
Either way, it's awkward.
Hour is a long time.
Somebody who feels a little too comfortable, and I think most people agree with that. And to break in and the back door, and then come out the front door, all of it just feels very staged.
Yeah,
Well, they've got a movie camera. He's got some equipment out here.
I don't understand why you would break lights in the back.
That's
and
creepy.
Have to go to the front. And
so they broke lights in the back. So on the back of the house, he broke lights. That's probably how he got in. And then he probably came out the front door, and that's why he took that thing down.
That's with a camera at the front. It's like, I mean, quite frankly,
a lot of this don't add up to
two people, they could have easily got her out the gate through that side, and no camera would have ever caught if we could barely see him coming through the yard. So all of this just feels very staged to me. The other thing that's frustrating too, and I don't know if your viewers feel the same way, but they keep showing this Ozark backpack. Well, the backpack that they've blown up in the photo has no logo on it.
I said that from the beginning, y'all. I said that from the very beginning. It doesn't even look like the same backpack. Maybe the police did that on purpose. Maybe they did that on purpose. You want a close-up of the gal? Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Where can I find it? It's like right here. There you go.
I've never seen anything like this.
Well, they're selling lots of songs.
Dude, I've literally never seen anything like this.
It could be a video shot here tonight.
It's a video. It's a photo shoot, I think.
That's crazy.
I mean, I can just assume. I don't know. Maybe some sort of modeling gig or something.
Do you think it borders on inappropriate?
What's up, Create Live?
In front of Nancy Guthrie's home?
How you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to keep up with the emails too, guys. I can only do so
He's got
much.
a big old nasty tat on his head, boy. You know that thing took forever. And I'm sure that hurts, man, with the needle driving on your freaking skull. Yeah, I know that thing hurt.
One time, sorry.
That took some time, too, how black it is.
Trying to post on X, trying to keep up with the emails, trying to see if I could get her.
Chris
Right,
Pervin.
nice, well.
She's okay. I mean, she's cute, but
Now, this would be
not anything I would run down.
For sure.
I mean, I'm not really into the gothic life. I mean, it's okay to dress that way, but when you have it as your lifestyle, I don't want shit to do with that. Especially at 48 years old almost. I ain't got no time to like this is just a phase.
This will be the one thing he has a press conference about.
Yeah. Man, something happened to my speakers, man.
G-strings are allowed.
Damn it, I gotta buy new fucking speakers.
My chat is going off right now.
Yeah, I bet.
My chat,
too.
dude. This chat is going more off. Right.
I want to go back to that.
You think it's
There you
media?
go, Chris. I helped you, buddy.
Yeah, one of their neighbors I'm friends with now. Say, hey, heads up. There's been a car sitting in front of me, and he's
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do, Don. Just depends on which goth woman.
I'm friends
of
with
them, I
Annie and
think, do,
Tommaso's neighbor.
If anyone can
I'm
find
friends
out
with the
who they
neighbor.
are,
Too tired to
they
type,
won't
native?
tell
We've
us
made
where
connections.
they're
I'm friends
from.
with Nancy neighbors.
That's very not true. I've been with a few goth chicks before. I don't really like shaved, to be honest. I need something there. All
Pretty
men are
crazy,
allowed to look.
everyone. Out here in front of Annie and Tommaso, or not Annie and Tommaso, some Nancy
All
Guthrie's
men are
home.
allowed to look, Chris.
We got about an hour and a half left of sunlight.
At least that, Chris. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. I always thought. I'm gonna bring up some more stuff over here for us. Way we're just not sitting there. Let's see here. Okay, we're gonna do a little update video with TMZ. Don't hate, it's TMZ, y'all. But I'm gonna see what they have to say. We can talk about it.
Reality right now. The FBI does not have any solid leads. Welcome to TMZ Live. There is some interesting information, not just about Nancy Guthrie, but about Savannah Guthrie. So there's been a lot of talk about how does she come back to the Today Show as long as things are unresolved. And the reality is, and our law enforcement sources.
She probably won't. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Annie going to go back to work? Or you think they're going to have to get a fill-in for a while? TMZ does suck. They do. I'm just getting it for talking points. It's all I ever use anything for anyway is talking points. We do our own show.
Saying that this case could be unresolved for months, even years, before they find Nancy Guthrie. That is just a stark reality right now. The FBI.
Just a minute ago, just 2 days ago, TMZ was over saying, this case was not gone cold. This case is not gone cold. The FBI told me the case is not going cold. And now you're trying to ease it into people's brains to just forget about it. That's what they're trying to do now.
Does not have any solid leads, nor does the Pima County Sheriff's Office. They don't. And they are at a point now where this is becoming a cold case. So Savannah Guthrie acknowledged this in her last video, that it would take a miracle for her mom to be alive at this point. And there are realities to all of this. This is a very religious family. Nancy Guthrie was very religious. And, the closure of finding Nancy, whether she's alive or not, is something this family clearly needs. I mean, you see this written all over Savannah's face, as she's spoken over the last month. And she's not getting that closure. And so the question, what does she do? Does she come back to the Today Show and just as they say, put on a happy face.
Where's 1985? She sneak in here?
And, you know, kind of,
They're late, aren't they?
push this to the side for 2 hours a day, or not. And if she decides to come back, when does she do that? And does she address it if she comes back? She's going to have to say something. But it is a shadow, a cloud that will be cast over her. You can just feel it as you watch her, until there's some closure with her mom.
Wow.
So here's what we're told. We're told no decision has been made yet. And that Savannah, we are told, has not communicated anything to NBC in terms of a return date or lack thereof. And the important thing we're told.
Hold on. Why would, you know what happened when I got sick at my job? You know what they said? No problem, man. Just keep us informed. And I barely kept them informed. They kept informed with me more than I did with them. No bullcrap. What's up, James? My job kept informed with me more. Hey, dropping by, cards and stuff, visiting me at the hospital. But there's no reason why NBC should be trying to force this woman back to work, man. Find somebody new for a minute. I mean, let this. I definitely would say 3 months. The one looked like her husband. They were there today. Yeah, they're probably getting ready to release the house back to them. They're probably finished with what they need to do. They probably installed a hell of a security system, That's why Comcast was out there probably. If it took 6 months, NBC would have no problem with that. I hope so. I hope so. I mean, that's what we hope, right? I hope that because this is tough for a person to deal with. This is tough. She was gone for over 6 months. Okay. Yeah, I think they would hold her spot for sure. She's an asset, But man, dude. Man. Simple Safe is monitoring now? Good. Oh, they definitely were putting new cameras up. For sure. I don't even know if somebody will live in that place. They're probably just gonna leave it how it is for a while, I'm sure. Go over there and take care of it a little bit. I don't see anybody living in that place right away. I mean, could you? Could you live there and sleep at night? Knowing the person that just took the lady that lived there hasn't even been caught yet. I couldn't. And I'm a man. I ain't scared of shit, really. Lock the doors, I'm good. But, I don't think I would. I don't think I could even sleep there. I'd be so fucking scared. Every little noise.
Is NBC has absolutely not exerted any pressure on her for any return date, that they are giving her the space she needs right now. But NBC is sitting back and waiting. So I think that, at this point, what you could say is it's up in the air. That, Savannah may come back. She may come back in 2 weeks. She may not come back. We don't know. She hasn't said. But NBC is not.
I mean, she don't even have to ever come back, does she? Shout out to my darling Earth Angel. Look at her, man. Shout out to her making that goal move. That's 2 for the goal now. Shout out to Earth, man, with the $15 drop. She said, let's go. Happy Friday, babes. Yeah, happy Friday, y'all. Freaky Friday to y'all girls and y'all. Freaky Fridays.
Pressure on her. As for Nancy Guthrie, a video surfaced the other day of a dozen cars that were driving a couple of miles from the residence.
You guys have a Facebook? I also have Facebook. Everything Aggressive Defiance is my Facebook. I got an Instagram also. I got a Twitter, but I never use Twitter for posting or anything. I use my Twitter for mostly like political news, celebrity news. It really ain't much of a
Of Nancy
social platform for
Guthrie
me.
in the hours after the kidnapping, because we know that's when the Google video from
What car was that? So you can see the road a little bit, can't you? You can see the road.
the Nest camera captured this person at Nancy's front door. So that is at 2:12 when the Google search of the Nest camera revealed this man at Nancy's door. So he's there. Now, 2.5 miles away, there's a road, and there are cars going back and forth. One of them, the first one, you see past 19 minutes
So this is a different house.
after that video was taken. So theoretically,
What is that? I can't even tell what kind of car it is. What's up, Lady K? How you doing? How you doing? Like I couldn't even tell what kind of car that was. Can you?
19 minutes would be long enough
Maybe the
for
taillights could tell
somebody
you?
perhaps to go inside, take Nancy, put her in a car, and drive those 2.5 miles. So it is possible, in terms of time, that one of those cars could be the kidnapper's car. And there were a dozen of these cars, in that period of time. But the first of which, 19 minutes after the person was on that doorstep. Our FBI sources say,
Well, didn't they stay in there 40 minutes? See how they fuck up stuff that they're telling us? Okay, they're trying to track this car down that was there 19 minutes after the doorbell. Well, okay, the doorbell, they were in there for 40 minutes. So they must think that whatever happened in there, and that guy come up and ripped the doorbell off. There has to be more than one person then. If that's what they're saying, then they're saying that the doorbell was ripped off as she was leaving. Because they're supposed to have sat 40 minutes in there, right? Then that doesn't make any fucking sense. That literally doesn't add up. That literally does not add up. Why would you tell everybody they're in there 40 minutes and then look for a car 19 minutes after? But they were there for 40 minutes. I think they're giving us bullshit info. They might be.
that this
They
is
might be
a dead
fumbled
end.
on this.
That the placement of the road against Nancy's house makes no sense. That it's the opposite direction from anything, and they have looked also at the ingress and egress around that road, and they have already looked at this and said there is nothing here. So
Nothing.
even though it seems enticing to see that car go by, the FBI, we're told, has already made a decision that there is no real lead produced by the video. So right now, they don't have.
If it's that didn't even add up, dude. If they were supposed to stay 40 minutes, wouldn't you be looking for something 40 minutes after that camera? Or is that camera ripped down? What's up, Brandy? What's up, Instone? Create light in the house.
Have a suspect. They don't have a person of interest. They do not have a vehicle. They clearly think there is something to that first ransom note that we and 2 local television stations in Tucson received. But as far as we know, they have not been able to track down who wrote that note, nor are they able to track down the person who has been sending us demand letters saying for a certain amount of money, they will give them information leading to Nancy and the kidnapper. So this is becoming a cold case, and it must
you just
be
said
an
2
absolute.
days ago that it ain't. Just 2 days ago, Harvey. And you see how much fucking news people are allowed to be wrong? Like I would love to be a newscaster or a weatherman. They're allowed to be wrong all the time. No shit. Just be a weatherman. Come up here and tell you anything you want to hear. It's gonna be nice as shit tomorrow, man. 84. gonna be fucking 33, freezing. Like, don't listen to the weatherman or Harvey.
Nightmare for the Guthrie family.
Hello, my name is Liza. I'm from Louisiana. Me personally, I think she should give it a little more time. Roughly, her mom's been missing for 26 days. I don't think they've dotted all their I's nor crossed all their T's in that short time frame. I wouldn't return to today's show until my mom returned home.
But what happens? But I got to ask you, because think about this. What if they just don't find Nancy? Do you put your life in suspended animation?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
For how long? For 10 years?
If that's how long it takes for my mom to come back, absolutely.
But would your mom...
Well, to be honest, she never has to work a day in her fucking life again. Come on, dude. She's worth $40 million. You think she has to work? That kills me. When we got people out here that are really at the bottom. Like, I'm in the poorhouse myself, and these people are bitching about going to work, and they're literally millionaires.
I mean, look, God forbid, but would your mom want you to put your life on hold and basically mourn for 10 years and not be productive and not in any way try to become satisfied?
No, you have to look at it from a different point. I would say no, she wouldn't want me to mourn for 10 years, but I would.
Shut up. She should go back to work when she's ready, right? When she's ready. That shouldn't even be a question asked. When you're going to return to work? When I'm ready. You know? When you're going to return to work? When I'm ready. Yup. All right, I got another one for us, y'all. We're going to look into this is an AI video, but it is something we need to look at.
And it raised a question I deliberately did not answer.
Something we got to look at, y'all. Look at this guy, man. Tell me that just don't breathe criminal. Now, I don't know about you, but that looks like a prison photo. It does. Looks like somebody come to visit him and they took photos. It does, man. Shout out to my girl TT. TT in the house. Moving that gold. Moving that gold.
Right now, 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 right now.
Yeah, I gotta buy some new speakers, dude. Only my right side's playing. And it's low as shit. I can hear it, but I'm gonna have to get some new speakers for sure. All right. Let's go, y'all.
In my last video, I laid out a series of coincidences surrounding Tommaso Cioni, the 4-hour window, the ownership behavior on the porch, the nitrile gloves, the power of attorney signed 8 months before his mother-in-law vanished.
What? I feel great, Brandy. I feel great. I've kept a cold all winter, though, like my sinuses or whatever. My mom used to suffer from that shit, and I thought she was crazy half the time. But you know what? Shout out to my girl, Sarah. What's up, Sarah? Good to see you in the chat. Thank you for the dono, baby. Shout out to the support.
Right now, 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 right now.
Are you guys hearing that okay? Does it sound good to you guys? Like, is it coming out all muffled and draggy? Okay, thank you. Sounds good. Okay, I gotta get new speakers then. That's what it is. I've had these for fucking 3 years now. They're probably wearing out.
the FBI returning to his home 5 separate times.
Well, see, that plays perfectly fine. It's only through StreamYard. Yeah, that sounds fine. What's up, native? Oh, holy shit. Shout out to that goal, moving goal, goal, moving goal, moving goal, goal, moving goal.
Right now, 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 right now.
It's Freaky Friday, y'all. It's Freaky Friday. Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate it. I don't know what it is. I think it's through StreamYard. That's why it's sounding that way. Because this sound, I mean, I need new speakers because my right's going out. It's been going out, or only my right works most of the time. That's what it is.
That video reached a lot of people, and it raised a question I deliberately did not answer. If Tommaso Cioni planned this, he did not execute it alone. The man in the FBI doorbell footage is described as 5'9" to 5'10" with an average build. Tommaso Cioni is taller than that. He does not match. That is the same.
Okay, so he's taller. I wonder how much taller. You know, they could be off too, right? What's up, China baby? Welcome to the chat, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Right now, 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 right now.
No, honestly, Brandy, they're old. They're old. They've been on this desk. They're literally Velcroed down. They've been on this desk for about 3 years. The first set I bought. How you doing, everybody? Thank you, China baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Single biggest hole in the theory I presented, and I left it open on purpose, because I was still pulling records. I have now been through the Pima County court system, property filings, band archives, social media accounts dating back to 2007, and what I found is a name that keeps appearing next to Tommaso Cioni's. A name attached to felony convictions for burglary, robbery, theft, and embezzlement. A man who lives in the Tucson area.
Look at the mustache. Look at the mustache, man. Look. Little pencil mustache. A lot of people said this guy from the very beginning. They called this out from the very beginning. And usually that's what it ends up being too, you know it? I hope it's this guy. We could get his ass.
The Tucson area, minutes from Nancy Guthrie's home. A man who fits the physical description the FBI released. This video is about that man. His name is Dominic Aaron Lee Evans, and his connection to this case goes deeper than anyone.
It looks like it could be him, but a little older now. You don't think this guy did it? The bridge guy in Delphi? You don't think? Okay.
One has reported.
I thought you were talking about this guy.
It starts with a Craigslist ad. In April of 2007, 3 men in Tucson, Arizona found each other through the most mundane channels imaginable. Dominic Evans, a drummer, met guitarist Walter I. Goncalves Jr. through a Craigslist posting. Tommaso Cioni, who had moved to the United States from
Dude, so he's from Italy?
Tuscany, Italy, just the year before, responded to an ad in the Tucson Weekly. They formed a band. They called it Early Black, indie post-punk, shoegaze and grunge influences, the kind of music that fills small venues in college towns and never quite breaks through to the mainstream. Dominic handled drums, Tommaso played bass and sang. Goncalves played guitar and also contributed vocals. They recorded their debut album at Loveland Studios in Tucson and released it in 2010 to...
Think he was just a struggling artist? Devil music? Nah. If they're doing post-punk indie band, that's some bullshit rock and roll. I don't listen to nothing like that. But like, if you're a striving artist and you want to make the big time, I just don't know why he would have to kill her. He's married in, right? He's married in. He could literally take her daughter, half of what that daughter has. He could literally do that. Yeah, what is his motive? We're going
Positive local reviews in the Tucson Weekly. They played shows in Tucson, Phoenix, and Flagstaff. They had a local following. They never made it big. The name of that debut album is Life, Love, Love, Murder. I need to pause here because I do not want to sensationalize that title. Plenty of bands name albums with dark or provocative language. It does not mean anything by itself. But in the context...
See, I can watch AI videos when they're done like this. They got truth to it. You're just not like putting out of scenarios and like some AI, it just gives you some shit and they'll just come up here and read it out. That's what they do. Make tons of money.
Context of what happened to Nancy Guthrie, in the context of the man who played on that record, now being scrutinized by online investigators for his potential connection to a kidnapping, the title sits differently than it did in 2010. You do not need me to tell you why.
Pretty bird, there's my girl. What's up, pretty bird? Shout out to you, mama. I hope you're doing good tonight. Thank you for your dono and always supporting AD. I appreciate you so much. It's freaky.
Right now, 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 right now.
Oh, man. Pretty bird. Pretty bird's a MILF, man.
You can hear it for yourself. What matters more than the album title is what the band represents. A nearly two-decade friendship between Tommaso Cioni and Dominic Evans. They did not grow up together. They did not go to school together. They were not childhood friends reconnecting. They were strangers who found each other through classified ads in 2007 and built a relationship through music, rehearsals, recording sessions, and live shows across Arizona. By the time Nancy Guthrie disappeared in January of 2026, Tommaso and Dominic had known each other for 19 years. 19 years is not a casual acquaintance. That is a deep, sustained relationship. The kind of relationship where you know someone's habits, their financial situation, their capabilities, their weaknesses. You know what they are willing to do and what they are not willing to do. You know what they need. And in a case where investigators are actively considering the possibility that the man on the porch did not act alone, 19 years of trust between two men is not background noise. It is infrastructure. Tommaso married Annie Guthrie in September of 2006, 1 year before Early Black was formed. That means...
So they've been together over 20 years. Yeah, that's what they do, Chris. That's the same music they do, kind of. It's kind of post that. So after that, punk kind of changed a little bit. And that's what I don't know, man. I don't go with a punk. I don't listen to much punk at all. You'll never hear me listen to punk bands. Like I like some of it. Like there are some good punk bands, don't get me wrong. But like I'm not into that type of music.
For the entire duration of his relationship with Dominic Evans, Tommaso has been a member of the Guthrie family. Every conversation between Tommaso and Dominic over those 19 years happened in the context of Tommaso's marriage to Nancy Guthrie's daughter.
Look at those eyes, y'all. He looks tweaked out, don't he? Look at the pupils. Billy Idol considered punk. Billy Idol kind of started punk. I mean, in that kind of way, I think Billy Idol was one of the first. Honestly, I mean, you have other old school bands and shit, but Billy Idol kind of gave it a glam thing. But you're right. Because music just kind of started changing. But he did create some of that lane. He is a freaking legend, man. Billy Idol was a bad dude. So he kind of created that lane, and then just people took his style and then made it their own style. So it kind of like, I don't know. He didn't create the whole punk where it was like, fuck the system. You know what I mean? He didn't create that, but that was what he started. And then after that came along. Like the Ramones, yeah, but they were after Billy Idol. Billy Idol kind of started it all. Yep.
Dominic would have known about the family. He would have known about Savannah. He would have known about the house in the Catalina foothills. Not because he was conducting surveillance, but because that is what happens when you are close friends with someone for nearly 2 decades. Their life becomes familiar to you. Drop a comment below and tell me what you think by the end of this video. Because everything I am about to show you has not been covered anywhere else in this.
Kurt did grunge. They weren't even punk. That was grunge rock. Nirvana, Pearl Jam. There's a few others. They're the ones that started that music. Yeah, that's grunge rock.
Level of detail.
Got that.
Let us continue. Dominic Aaron Lee Evans has a criminal record in Pima County, Arizona. The charges include felony burglary, robbery, theft, embezzlement, and
embezzlement. What else? Hold on. Hold on.
Formerly Twitter, called @JLR Investigates, who robbery 2 decades. Their life becomes familiar to you. Drop a comment below and tell me what you think by the end of this video. Because everything I am about to show you has not been covered anywhere else in this level of detail. Let us continue. Dominic Aaron Lee Evans has a criminal record in Pima County, Arizona. The charges include felony burglary, robbery, theft, embezzlement, and DUI. This
burglary and robbery, serious charges. Alice in Chains are one of my favorite bands ever. Yeah, they were part of that grunge too. I think Alice in Chains was a bit more metal though. They had a more metal edge to them. Dude, he's a robber and a burglar already. If you've already got that in your system, like that kind of character, you're a burglar, you're a robber. You'll do it. You'll keep doing it. Yep, Too Much Mom, the Sex Pistols were early on. All after Billy Idol, though.
This information was publicized by an investigative account on X, formerly Twitter, called @JLR Investigates, who posted a screenshot of court records from the Arizona Pima County court system. Multiple media outlets subsequently reported on this criminal history. I need to walk through what those charges mean individually, because the specific crimes matter enormously in the context of this case. Burglary.
Oh, wow.
In Arizona, burglary is defined as entering or remaining unlawfully in a structure with the intent to commit a felony or theft.
It's the same thing here too. The thing is, if you break in somebody's house and you have the intention to then commit another felony while you're in there, it could be theft, to hurt somebody. Now, if I break in your house and my intention is to go to sleep, guess what you can do? That's only breaking and entering. That's a misdemeanor charge. Yeah, the law's kind of fucked up there, I think. But if you have the intent of doing another felony after breaking in the house, you see what I'm saying? So if I break in your house and I don't have no intentions of doing anything wrong, I just want to take a nap. Guess what? It's only breaking and entering. It sounds crazy, but it is. In my state, now if you go in there and you say, okay, I'm going to steal this. I'm going to do something to this person. You're committing a felony while in there, which makes it a burglary. Same way here. It's the same exact way here. Like, so you could just bust in somebody's door and go to sleep. But if you take something, it's burglary.
Theft. It is not about stealing property from a store. It is about entering a place you are not supposed to be. A home, a building, a residence.
Yeah, he did. And I'm telling you, if he broke into homes and he got arrested for it, he's probably broke into a bunch of them. And I'm telling you, I didn't know her house sat at an angle like that on the road. And it does kind of sits at an angle. They could have took her out the side. Yeah. Man. It's so, like, dense there, too. It's not like an Arizona desert with nothing there. It's got fucking foliage everywhere.
The legal definition of burglary maps almost perfectly onto what happened at Nancy Guthrie's house on the night of February 1st. Someone entered her home unlawfully with the intent to commit a crime, robbery. Robbery differs from theft because it involves force or the threat of force against another person. It is not a passive crime. It requires confrontation. It requires a willingness to face another human being and take something from them by
So right there, he's telling you about this guy, his character. And it's true. I was kind of saying that too. It's true. If you've got that in your character to be a burglar, to be a person that robs people, bro, that takes guts. Only certain people will ever do that stupid shit. I was never a house burglar. I got one on my record that they charged me with, but I took that shit to trial and they dropped it. So I never broke in people's houses, bro. You don't do that shit. You fuck around and die, man. It's sad that whose fucking birthday is it? Whose birthday is it? Oh, I'm so tired. It's not your birthday till Monday. Come back on Monday. I'm just kidding. Happy birthday, sweets. I hope you have a great one, baby. You already know. Me, good.
Intimidation or violence. Whoever entered Nancy Guthrie's home that night did not simply take an object. They took a person. An 84-year-old woman with a pacemaker and limited mobility. That requires a specific psychological threshold. The willingness to physically confront and overpower another human being. Most people do not have that threshold. Someone with a robbery conviction has already crossed it. Theft and embezzlement. These are financial crimes. They suggest a pattern of taking what does not belong to you and a comfort with deception over extended periods. Embezzlement in particular requires a position of trust. You cannot embezzle from someone who does not trust you with their resources. Now think about the profile of the man on Nancy Guthrie's porch. Someone who entered a home in the middle of the night. Someone who confronted an elderly woman and physically removed her from her residence. Someone who did.
It takes a certain kind of someone, and it ain't a special person either. It doesn't make you special because you have that in you. It makes you kind of evil. You know, these kind of thoughts should never be played out on. Ever. Well, I think I'm going to go break in some woman's house tonight. You should never play on that thought. I'm going to go kidnap this bitch. Never play on that thought. And if you're having those thoughts, go see a therapist. I urge you. This person's still roaming our earth. This person hasn't been caught. This person can very well easily do this same shit to someone else. That's why he needs to be caught.
All of this while wearing discount gear and a mask, suggesting a level of criminal familiarity, but not professional sophistication. That profile does not fit a 15-year AP biology teacher who studies lizards and makes homemade pasta. But it fits a man with felony convictions for burglary and robbery.
Yep. And guess what? He's in a band with you. You've known him for how long? Why are you hanging out with a dude that's got all these crimes? No, there's no news, Bobby. Not that I know of, man. They're just going to let it go cold without telling the public, and that's kind of crazy.
With disturbing precision. In my last video, I introduced the theory that this crime was committed by two people, an architect and an operative. The architect is the person who planned the crime.
He looks tweaked out, y'all. Does he not? Yeah, I used to be a bad boy create, but I just ain't that no more. I mean, I still got the image because, of course, I'm tattooed up and fucking head to toe, but I don't really play on that too much anymore. The bad boy style, unless I have to. And then it's kind of hard to draw back in, you know. I think the only way I would ever get violent or anything again would be over my children. Somebody ever hurt my kids, I would probably do some damage.
They know the house. They know the camera system. They know the victim's routine. They know the family's finances. The operative is the person who physically executed the plan. They are the one on the porch, the one in the mask, the one who enters the house and does the work.
The first entry?
The architect.
Where's the forced entry? I see where the camera got ripped down. Where's the forced entry? Do you guys see it? They said there was forced entry. Yeah, you'd think the FBI's that quick and smart, but they're really not. They're really not. This dude did this perfectly. I hate to say it. I'm not giving him props either. But he was masked head to toe, even taped up his wrist, y'all. Like, he knew what he was doing, y'all. He knew he couldn't get caught. It's scary because he's still out here, y'all. You're all good, Bobby. It's creepy, man. He's still walking the earth.
The architect provides the intelligence. The operative provides the nerve. If Tommaso Cioni is the architect, then the question becomes, who in his inner circle has the criminal experience, the physical capability, and the willingness to be the operative? Dominic Evans is the first name that answers every part of that question. And then there is the DUI. Driving under the influence might seem like the least relevant charge on the list, but it tells us something about risk tolerance. A person who drives intoxicated has demonstrated a willing...
That's where they ripped. Where's the forced entry? Why are they telling us shit? And they said the back door was open, so how could that be forced entry? Where's the front door?
To put others in danger for their own convenience. They have demonstrated that the fear of consequences does not override their impulses. In behavioral analysis, DUI offenders are statistically more likely to engage in other risk-taking behaviors. It is not the crime itself that matters here. It is what the crime reveals about the person's relationship with consequence. Now, I want to make a broader point about what a criminal record means in the context of the accomplice theory. In my last video, I asked who Tommaso Cioni would turn to if he needed someone to physically execute a plan he had designed. The answer is not a random stranger. It is not a professional from a movie. It is someone he already trusts. Someone who understands the stakes. Someone who has already demonstrated a willingness to cross legal and moral lines. Someone who has experience entering places they are not supposed to be. Every crime teaches the person who commits it something they carry forward. Burglary teaches you how to move through a space that does not belong to you without alerting the people inside. It teaches you how locks work, how doors work, how to manage.
You get this one right here. Get you guys some bear mace when you go walking. Get you some bear mace, y'all. Big old bear. Get you some bear mace. It's got a can on it. Take that with you. This is a good one because this one I know for sure works. And it shoots far too. It's called Saber. That shit shoots far too. You get somebody coming running at you. Get them all in the face. He looks like a baby though, don't he? Doesn't he look like a baby in the face? Is that mustache painted on, dude? Look at his eyelashes. This could be this dude. Look at the eyelash right here. And right there. You buy that on Amazon. Yep, it's called Saber Bear Mace. I think it's like $35 or something like that. You get a big old can. It's a big old can. It works too. For sure works. Shoots far as hell.
Manage noise, how to control your breathing and your footsteps in the dark. Robbery teaches you how to confront another person and maintain control of a chaotic situation through.
All right, if you get the ones that actually shoot, those are good. But the ones that like stun guns, that shit don't work. Don't be fooled, ladies. Somebody's going to laugh at you if you pull that out. Like a hand taser, it just goes. Zzz. Somebody's going to laugh at you. If you want to get a taser, get one that actually shoots the cartridges. You can buy the shots that go onto them, that pop on them, but those are the ones to have. Yeah, it works on bears. It'll take down a person too. It will.
Intimidation or force. These are not theoretical skills. They are practiced skills. And once you have them, you do not forget them. They sit in your muscle memory the same way a drummer remembers a beat pattern he learned 20 years ago. The FBI has told us what the suspect on Nancy's porch did. He approached in the dark. He knew the camera layout. He disabled it. He entered the home. He confronted an 84-year-old woman. He physically removed her from the residence. He left without triggering a neighbor response. He disposed of evidence along an escape route. And then he vanished. That is not the resume of a first-time offender. That is the resume of someone who has done some version of this before. Maybe not a kidnapping, but entering, confronting, taking. Those are the verbs. And those verbs have appeared before on a Pima County court docket, attached to the name Dominic Aaron Lee Evans.
He has had burglary charges. He has. He has robbery charges. That means he went up and physically removed something from somebody. You know how much guts that takes? Like, give it up, bitch. Like, give that shit up. Ah, that's wild, bro.
I want to be clear about what is confirmed and what is not. No law enforcement agency has named Dominic Evans as a suspect. The FBI has not publicly connected him to the investigation. The sheriff has not mentioned his name. Everything I am presenting is based on publicly available records, open source reporting, and observable facts. I am not accusing Dominic Evans of any involvement in Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. I am showing you why the public is asking questions about him. The FBI has described the suspect seen on Nancy Guthrie's doorbell camera as a male, approximately 5'9" to 5'10", with an average build, facial hair visible through the mask.
I don't know if this is him or not. I just think it's fucking good. He put together good ass Tommaso part, boy.
In the form of a mustache or goatee, and carrying a black 25-liter Ozark Trail Hiker pack backpack. He was also wearing what appeared to be a belly band holster for a handgun, worn incorrectly over a thick jacket. Former FBI Supervisory Special Agent and criminal profiler Jim Clemente told Fox News Digital that he observed what appears to be a marking, possibly a tattoo, visible on the suspect's right wrist in the surveillance footage. Clemente stated that, if it is a tattoo, it could help investigators.
What's up, 1985? How you doing? I wanted to see how you was doing, 85. I know good. I can tell. I can see that. Sorry, I was distracted.
Rule in and rule out potential suspects.
We don't know if it's Dominique. I'm just bringing this theory to you guys because I thought it was laid out well. It's got a lot of great talking points. And I'm just bringing this theory to you guys because, honestly, none of us know where Nancy is. And none of us have an idea. We're just pissing in the wind, guys. And if that's all we can do, and to maybe get some eyes on this or some other people to see it.
And that it could help the public as well. After the FBI released these images and this description, online investigators immediately began comparing the visible features to people in Tommaso Cione's inner circle. Dominic Evans was the primary focus. Several ex-users noted that Evans has an athletic build and visible facial hair consistent with a dark.
Oh, man. You think? Does it? He's got the chin hair, maybe. Good to see you too, 1985. I hope your day's been well. Shout out to Twisterella for making me that blanket. My cat loves it. I put it up over the back of my couch so I can display it, and that's where my cat goes every time now, is up on top of that blanket. Yep. And he never did that before, so it's the blanket.
Mustache and goatee. Lips and eyes of the suspect and Dominic are uncanny. Others visited early Black's old music videos and performance footage and identified what appears to be a tattoo on Evans's wrist. Now I need to talk about the limits of this kind of comparison. Comparing still images from a low-resolution doorbell camera to photographs of a person taken in completely different conditions is inherently unreliable. Lighting, angle, compression artifacts, the distortion caused by the mask, all of these factors make definitive visual identification impossible.
He looks tweaked out. I can tell you that. He does kind of look tweaked out. I mean, but who wouldn't if you're breaking in somebody's house? You're probably full alert, you know? But he does look like he could be tweaked out. He kind of did. He kind of took it over. I love it. It's beautiful to me. Beautiful blanket. It is. I love it. Nobody's ever made me something like that before. That's my first ever made something.
From public footage alone. I am not going to stand here and tell you that the man on the porch is Dominic Evans, based on a side-by-side photograph. That would be irresponsible. But what I can tell you is this. The physical parameters released by the FBI do not exclude Dominic Evans.
Yeah. I got a picture of it right here. I think. Yep. Oh. Dude, I'm so sore. I'm sore as can be, man. But I'm urinating and blood's going away. It's all black and red, and it's very large. Like, it's large. It's dope. It's beautiful. It's freaking beautiful, y'all. Like, she's good. There's not a flaw in it. It's beautiful. He has death in those eyes.
The height range of 5'9" to 5'10" is consistent with his build. The average build description is consistent. The facial hair is consistent, and the potential wrist tattoo, if confirmed, would narrow the field significantly. Jim Clemente is not a YouTuber speculating in his bedroom. He is a former FBI profiler who spent his career analyzing exactly this kind of evidence. When he says a tattoo could help identify the suspect, he is telling us that the FBI is already looking at this detail.
Yeah, those are droplets of someone leaving the house, ain't it? Did that not look like that to you? She could have been bleeding from her nose. And if she was walking, right? That could have been one person that did this. Because if he ordered her into the car with a gun, anybody would follow his lead, you know? He's already broke into your house. Now he hits you in the face with the gun. And he says, get in my car, get in my trunk. I think you're going to do it. I do. Especially if you're 84, old and brittle. A busted lip, busted nose, something like that, right? I mean, I think you do that to get her attention. You get her moving. Smack. What's up, DMJ? Something like that, man.
They are already cross-referencing it against known individuals. And here is the detail from the FBI description that has been buried under all the speculation about faces and tattoos. The height, 5'9" to 5'10". In my last video, I presented the fact that Tommaso Cioni appears notably taller than this range, based on publicly available photographs. Multiple investigative journalists who analyzed photos of Tommaso standing next to other people concluded that he exceeds the FBI's height estimate. That was the biggest objection to the theory I presented. If Tommaso is too tall to be the man on the porch, then the Tommaso theory collapses. But it does not collapse if there are two people. It does not collapse if the man...
What if he's the mastermind? Don't it change everything when you put color to this? Doesn't it change everything, don't it? It changes everything, man. They're definitely nitrile gloves. You can see that clearly now. You can see a lot more stuff when it's the colors given to it. So there were stairs right here. She's got little stairs that go down to her driveway. Yeah, it's got stairs. I didn't know that, but you can see them. So you think maybe Tommaso had him do it? Maybe, maybe not.
On the porch is not the man who planned the crime. And it does not collapse if the man on the porch is 5'9" to 5'10", has an athletic build, has a dark goatee, potentially has a wrist tattoo, and has a criminal record that includes felony burglary. The height discrepancy does not disprove the Tommaso theory. It proves the accomplice theory. It proves that the architect and the operative are two different people. And it points directly at the man who has been standing next to Tommaso Cioni in band photographs for 19 years. Public records associate Dominic Evans with addresses in the broader Tucson and Marana area, with past addresses in Eloy and other parts of Arizona. He was born on February 18th, 1978.
I think it was one person also now, because if we knew there was two, I think the FBI would have released that. It's two people. I think that would have been released. If you guys could do me a favor and hit that one little like button, I would greatly appreciate it. Help me get
making him 47 years old. He has lived in the southern Arizona region for most of his adult life. Marana is a community located northwest of Tucson, within easy driving distance of the Catalina Foothills neighborhood where Nancy Guthrie lived. The February 13th SWAT raid that drew national attention.
She's got two little steps there. This is key too, man. Two little steps.
Was executed at a residence near East Orange Grove Road and North First Avenue, approximately 1.9 miles from Nancy Guthrie's home. Social media immediately connected this location to Evans, due to his Marana area address and proximity. However, I need to correct a piece of misinformation that has been circulating widely online. The mother and son detained during the February 13th SWAT operation were not Dominic Evans and his mother. According to ABC News, the individuals detained were Loop Daly, age 37, and his 77-year-old mother.
He looks like the dude that they've got a composite. This guy looks like the dude, I think. But they've released him.
Daly's lawyer, Chris Scalepi, confirmed that his client has served time in state prison on drug-related charges, but reiterated that neither Daly nor his mother were arrested, and that they have no link to Nancy Guthrie. A third individual, a DoorDash driver named Carlos Palazuelos, was also detained earlier and released after law enforcement determined he had no connection to the case. So, the SWAT raid was not targeting Dominic Evans. That needs to be stated plainly. But what remains true is the geography. Evans lives in the Tucson-Marana area. Nancy Guthrie lived in the Catalina Foothills. Tommaso and Annie live approximately 4 miles from Nancy. These three locations form a tight triangle in the northern Tucson suburbs. If you were planning a crime that required knowledge of the victim's neighborhood, access to the area at unusual hours, and a quick exit route, living within this triangle is not just convenient, it is necessary. There is another geographic detail that deserves attention. Some reports have linked Evans to a property in Rio Rico, Arizona. Rio Rico is a rural community approximately 60 miles south of Tucson, about 16 miles north of the Mexican border near Nogales. It is remote, it is sparsely populated, and it is the kind of place where someone or something could disappear without attracting attention.
I think that's the whole desert, though. It ain't just this one spot, dude. You could have literally drove 3 miles and dumped her, and they're not going to find her. Like, it just depends on how you... I mean, you throw her on the back of a four-wheeler, dude, and you take her as far out as you can, they will never find her. She'll become buzzard food. vulture food, coyote food, wild hog food. Within days, she'll be gone. I mean, I'm not saying that's what happened, but like, this is the desert, y'all. I just didn't know it was that much foliage.
The Embassy of Mexico told Fox News that there is no indication Nancy Guthrie is in Mexico. Secretary of Security Omar Garcia Harfuch stated this at a press conference. But the proximity of Rio Rico to the border, combined with Evans's potential connection to that area, has fueled speculation about possible routes out of Tucson for someone trying to move an abducted person. I am not suggesting that Nancy Guthrie was taken to Rio Rico or moved across the border. There is no evidence of that. But in an investigation where the FBI has received over 50,000 tips and has still not located an 84-year-old woman after 3 weeks, every geographic connection to every person in the suspect's inner circle matters. And Dominic Evans...
Man. See, her husband's there. Where's your husband, bitch? Sorry to say that, but where's your husband? Oh, he had something better to do, huh? Amazing. Hi, Cuddle. Amazing, y'all. Amazing. You see Savannah's husband there, but where's Annie's husband? He had something better to do? Creepy.
Has geographic connections that stretch from the immediate vicinity of the crime scene to one of the most remote areas of southern Arizona. Think about the logistics of disappearing a person. You cannot keep someone in a residential neighborhood where every neighbor has a Ring camera and the FBI is canvassing door to door. You need somewhere isolated, somewhere rural, somewhere with minimal surveillance and minimal traffic. Somewhere where a vehicle arriving in the middle of the night does not trigger a motion sensor or a curious neighbor. Rio Rico, 60 miles south of Tucson, is exactly that kind of place. Large properties, scattered homes, dirt roads that do not appear on Google Street View, a landscape where the desert swallows sound and distance makes witnesses irrelevant. The route from Tucson to Rio Rico follows Interstate 19 south. It is a straight shot through the desert. At 2 in the morning, with no traffic, it takes roughly 50 minutes. If someone left Nancy Guthrie's neighborhood at approximately 2:30 a.m. on February 1st, they could be in Rio Rico by 3:20 a.m. If they then returned to the Tucson area, they could be back home by 4:10 a.m. The entire round trip, including time at the destination, fits comfortably inside the window before sunrise. And along that route, every cell tower ping would tell investigators exactly where the vehicle traveled, which is why if the person driving that...
Like that, they're not following pings? Like if this one pinged with this vehicle or this number and then pings with this number and it's the same number, like we've got to know that FBI has more than what they're telling us, yo, because they ain't
route was not careful. The tower dump data is going to tell this entire story, without a single witness ever having to testify. Now I want to go back to something from the FBI footage that most people have not thought about carefully enough. The door. Nancy Guthrie's home had a front gate in addition to the front door. This is common in Tucson. Desert homes frequently have wrought iron security gates or screen doors in front of the main entry point. They serve as a secondary barrier. In the FBI doorbell footage, the suspect approaches the front door. He reaches out and taps the camera. He then appears to enter the home. But here is the question that no one is asking loudly enough. How did he get through the gate? There is no visible evidence in the released footage of him forcing entry. No prying.
That's why he ripped it down, because he was coming out that door. I feel like he was coming out that door. So he needed that camera gone.
No tool use, no kicking. He appears to walk through as though it was already open or had been left unlocked for him. There are two explanations for this. The first is that Nancy did not lock her gate that night. She was 84 years old, living alone, in a quiet neighborhood where she had lived since 1985. It is entirely possible that she simply did not secure the outer barrier. The second explanation is that someone left it accessible for the intruder. someone who had been at the house earlier that evening, someone who knew the gate existed and knew that it needed to be open for the plan to work. If you accept the architect and operative framework, this detail becomes significant. Tommaso Cioni dropped Nancy off at approximately 9:30 to 9:50 p.m. He says he confirmed she was safely inside, but did he also confirm the gate was locked behind him? Did he check the outer?
Why did he cut out? Why did he cut out? Why did he leave fucking country? It said that he went to the Olympics. You left your wife at the worst time of her life.
Door? Or did he leave it in a position that would allow someone else to approach that front door 4 hours later without having to force their way through? The person on—
That's what I thought. But why do we keep hearing there's forced entry when there obviously wasn't forced entry? So I think that he already came in, did his deed, left, then came back maybe. Or there is two people. Yeah. There's got to be two people then. Because one went in, probably did what they did, and said, hey, bring a full backpack of stuff we're going to need. Or they didn't contact each other at all and they just knew to do it. I don't know if he left the country or not either, but I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him. The old mines? Yeah, that's a good
that
thought
porch
too.
did not behave like someone overcoming barriers. He behaved like someone walking through a path that had been cleared for him. And if that path was cleared by someone who was at the house hours earlier, then the operative did not need to be a master locksmith. He just needed to be told which door was open. The Pima County Sheriff's Department and the FBI have confirmed that 2 separate DNA profiles have been recovered in connection with this case. The first was extracted from a glove found approximately 2 miles from Nancy Guthrie's home in a field near the side of the road. The FBI stated that this glove appears to visually match the gloves worn by the suspect in the doorbell camera
And there's blood on it, y'all. And there's blood.
Footage. The DNA from this glove belongs to an unknown male and does not match Nancy, does not match any family member, and does not match anyone in CODIS, the FBI's National Criminal Database. The second DNA profile comes from biological evidence recovered inside Nancy Guthrie's home. The Sheriff's Department stated that this evidence is being analyzed at a private lab in Florida, and that DNA profiles are under lab analysis. The Sheriff's Department has confirmed that the DNA profile from the glove does not match the DNA profile from inside the home. They are from 2 different people. 2 DNA profiles, 2 different people, 2 different locations. One on a glove discarded along a potential escape route. One inside the home where an 84-year-old woman was taken from her bed. This is not speculation about—
So it could be 2 different DNAs, 2 different people. It could. Neither one of them, if they're both illegal citizens, then they don't have their code, in their blood, any DNA in the CODIS, then how can you catch them? You can't until they fuck up and get arrested or something, and it fires up a match. But that'd be the only way.
About whether an accomplice was involved. This is biological evidence that 2 separate individuals contributed genetic material to this crime scene. Former FBI hostage negotiator Chip Massey stated that an accomplice would significantly change the case, adding that the kidnapper would need help to control a hostage, maintain her health, and manage the logistics of keeping someone hidden. Investigators are now pursuing investigative genetic genealogy. This is the same technique used in the Golden State Killer case and the Brian Kohberger case.
Yeah, you think, well, I don't know about the planned part, because if they were there to kidnap her like they obviously was, it went as planned. But if it was a botched burglary, oh yeah, it didn't go as planned at all. They done fludged up and left with the whole human. Yeah, that guy driving around looking for Nancy all stoned and shit. Oh man, it's bringing the
Even if the
gravies out of
suspect has
people,
never
yo.
submitted DNA to a commercial genealogy service, a family member might have.
All
By
good,
building
Randy.
family trees from partial matches in publicly available databases, investigators can narrow the search to a specific individual through their relatives. This process takes time, but it has solved cases that were considered unsolvable for decades. Here is what makes the 2 DNA profile finding so devastating for whoever did this. If only one DNA profile had been found, the defense is simple. A lone stranger acted alone. One person,
But two
one
have been
profile,
found.
one crime. But 2 profiles means 2 people to identify, 2 family trees to build, 2 sets of relatives who might have used 23andMe or ancestry.
Yeah, I mean, if there's, then it makes sense. There was 2 people. I don't know how you go and get a human by yourself anyway. That'd be dumb. You would need help, right? I mean, you would need somebody to help you, some way, somehow. Like you definitely can't think that you're going to be able to do this alone. Because hell, an 85-year-old woman could put up a fight good enough, I'm sure, with one person. Like, I know you didn't think that you could do this alone, man. So you probably did need help. I'm so lost in this, guys. It really seems like he killed her first, you think? Then went back and got the camera down and shit. Damn it. It makes sense too. I think we've been lied to this whole time by the officers.
The chances that neither person has a single family member in any genealogy database drops exponentially with every branch of every family tree. One profile is hard to run from. 2 profiles is a mathematical guarantee that at least one of them will eventually lead to a name. And if one of those names turns out to be connected to the man who dropped Nancy Guthrie off 4 hours before she disappeared, or to the man who played drums next to him for 19 years.
Yeah, there's people at Annie Guthrie's house taking photos and shit, doing photo shoots and video shoots. It's fucking morbid, man. That's morbid, yo.
Then every coincidence I laid out in my last video, and every detail I am laying out in this one, stops being a coincidence. It becomes a conspiracy, and the DNA will have proven it. I want to return to the FBI footage one more time, because there is a behavioral detail that takes on new meaning.
It can't be Tommaso's buddy, because I'm sure his DNA's in the system. That rules that out, right? Can't be him that, unless he didn't leave DNA. He looks like a criminal.
When you view it through the lens of the accomplice theory. The FBI released both video clips and still images from Nancy's doorbell camera. Some analysts, including private investigator Steve Fisher, have raised the possibility that the footage may show 2 different people at different times during the night. One image shows a person carrying the backpack and holster. Another image appears to show a person in similar clothing, but without the backpack or holster. The build and posture appear subtly different. Fox News reported that this prompted speculation from both experts and online investigators that a second suspect may be visible in the footage. If this is correct, if the footage captures 2 different people on Nancy's porch at different points during the night, then the 2 DNA...
Hey, Create, thank you for coming here to talk about it. I need your help too, baby. It's all y'all, man. This is just me. I'm just captain in this ship. Y'all are the ones that run.
Right now, 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 right now.
Where we at on the goal? Where we at? We're at 7 on there. We only need how many? Hold on. Let me get it right. Yeah, we only need 7 more because Earth Angel sent the Cash App. Just 7 more, baby. We got this. 7 more with 30 minutes to go. 7 more with 30 minutes to go, y'all. Booyah.
DNA profile finding has visual confirmation. It means the crime was not committed by one person making multiple trips. It was committed by at least 2 people working in coordination. One may have been responsible for disabling the camera and securing the perimeter. The other may have been responsible for entering the home and removing Nancy. Think about the logistics of taking an 84-year-old woman with a pacemaker and limited mobility from her home in the middle of the night. She cannot be rushed. She cannot be thrown over someone's shoulder and carried to a car.
So true, dude. So true. I don't think they dragged her. It seems like she left on her own 2 feet. She was so slow that she dripped blood all over the front of the place. I think the police have been spinning us.
She needs to be walked or assisted out of the home, down the driveway, and into a vehicle that is parked at a safe distance to avoid being captured on neighborhood cameras. That process takes time, and during that time, someone needs to be watching. Someone needs to be making sure no neighbor turns on a light, no car drives past, no dog starts barking in the wrong direction. The operative inside the house cannot simultaneously be the lookout outside the house. That requires a second person. Sheriff Nanos told BBC News that he believes Nancy Guthrie was specifically targeted in the...
Hold on, y'all. We got another one for the goal, baby. Hold on, y'all. Shout out to my boy. He said, I'm in your chat, Pops. Sent me $25, man. Shout out to my boy, man.
The apparent abduction. She was not a random victim.
That's
someone
a goal right there, baby. That goes to the goal. Shout out to. We got 6 to go. 6 to go, baby.
Chose her. And if you were going to target an elderly woman in her own home, in a quiet neighborhood with minimal street lighting and scattered security cameras, you do not improvise. You plan. You.
Shout out to my chickie, Too Much Mom. She said, keep healing. She said, keep healing. Shout out to Too Much Mom.
Right now, 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 right now.
Scout. You assign roles. The dress rehearsal on January 23rd. The
What we need, 5 now? 5.5? 5.5 hours?
Camera disabling on February 1st, the physical removal of a vulnerable person, the disposal of evidence along a 2-mile route, the complete disappearance of the victim with no trace for 3 weeks. None of this is the work of a single person acting on impulse. And here is where the profile of Dominic Evans becomes relevant again, not because of his face or his build, but because of his skill set. A man with convictions for burglary knows how to enter a...
Don't the dude on the left. Well, now they both look like criminals since the one on the right is a criminal. But don't the dude on the left look like a straight up criminal? He looks like he done hurt a person or two. For sure. Looks like they done hurt a person or two.
Structure. A man with convictions for robbery knows how to confront and control another person. A man who has lived in the Tucson area for decades knows the roads, the neighborhoods, the escape routes. A man who has been friends with Tommaso Cioni for 19 years knows the family. And a man whose DNA is presumably on file somewhere in the Arizona criminal justice system would have a very powerful incentive to wear nitrile gloves and a mask.
Shout out to my girl Sarah, a.k.a. Harry Knuckles.
Holy shit.
Right now, 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 right now.
Dude, my dude Twisted. What's up, Twisted?
You gotta explain shit.
What's up, Twisted? Shout out to you, man. Making that Goal move. We only need 3. That's it. 3 and it's over.
If he were going to commit another crime. On February 9th, News Nation senior national correspondent Brian Enton reported that Tommaso Cioni had not been seen publicly in almost a week. Enton stated on the Megyn Kelly show that Cioni was very recognizable with his big beard, and that he had not been spotted at or near the family home since approximately the first week of February. A man goes silent in the middle of the most public investigation in the country. His mother-in-law is missing. The FBI is camped in his neighborhood. News cameras are pointed at his front door around the clock, and he stops being visible. Now, there are perfectly innocent explanations for this. His lawyer may have advised him to stay out of the public eye. The media attention may have become unbearable. He may be staying with friends or family elsewhere. These are all reasonable. But consider the silence in the context of what we know about Dominic Evans. If 2 people are connected to this crime, and one of them is under intense public scrutiny,
Create live. Create live one. Shout out to you, mama. All we need is 2 more, and we did it. I freaking love y'all. Amazing.
while the other is barely being discussed by the mainstream media, the smartest thing the visible person can do is disappear.
Counts. We're counting that super sticker. That's a fact, Leslie. That goes to the goal. We need 1 more.
Not flee, not run.
Who's last?
Just stop being available.
There it is.
Stop providing data
There it
points.
is. Pretty Bird. Shout out to Pretty Bird. She said, Freaky Friday, darlings in the chat. I know they're all darlings, aren't they? Except for you dudes. You guys are like Bruce's. You guys are like Bruce's. The aggressive gang. That's the dudes. The chicks are the angels. It's beautiful, ain't it? Beautiful. Let's remove that goal. We won. We won. Ha ha, we won, haters. On Freaky Friday. On Freaky Friday. That's a fact.
Stop giving reporters footage to analyze and body language experts material to dissect. Every public appearance is a risk. Every photograph is a comparison. Every word is something a lawyer will eventually have to explain. Meanwhile, as of the latest reporting, Dominic Evans has not made any public statement about the case. He has not been interviewed by any media outlet. He has not posted on social media. He has not issued a denial or expressed concern for Nancy Guthrie's well-being. In the age of constant digital presence, where everyone with a phone can make a statement to the world in 30 seconds, his silence is complete. Silence from one person can mean many things. Silence from 2 people who have known each other for 19 years, who are both connected to the victim's family, and who are both being discussed by the public in the context of a kidnapping investigation. That silence sounds coordinated. It sounds like 2 people who have been told the same thing by the same person. Do not talk. Do not post. Do not react. Let the storm pass, and hope the DNA comes back clean. As of today, Nancy Guthrie has been missing for 23 days. The investigation has entered what officials describe as a phase of traditional detective work. The Pima County Sheriff's Department has received more than 55,000 calls since February 1st. Over 21,000 tips have come through the FBI's dedicated tip line. 400 investigators have been assigned to the case. The reward for information leading to an arrest or Nancy's whereabouts has reached $200,000 after an anonymous donation. Investigators are working with Walmart to...
Guys, that's not the same backpack, man. It's not even close. Why do they keep saying this is an Ozark backpack? That's not even close. It's not the same backpack at all. Why do they do this? The only thing they got right is this little carrier up top. But every backpack has a handle. But why? That's not an Ozark backpack, guys. I mean, you can clearly see that, right? That's pretty clear, correct? There's no label. There's no, like, pocket seams. That one has seams. That one don't. He's wearing don't. I don't think it's the same backpack, man. I really, truly don't.
To identify who purchased the Ozark Trail backpack worn by the suspect. Sheriff Nanos described this as a significant investigative avenue, saying they can now positively identify the backpack as being sold exclusively at Walmart, and are working with store managers across the state to identify how many units were sold in the last 30 to 60 days, and whether they can track those purchases. They are also tracking the unique holster visible in the footage, taking images to gun stores across the Tucson area. The sheriff described the holster as having pretty unique characteristics. The FBI is also reviewing gun purchases made in the Tucson area within the last year.
So you think they bought a gun to do this? I don't think they probably used a fucking stolen gun or something, right? Throwing out Easter eggs. I thought about that too. Things that are more deep than we think. Yeah, I think so too. I think they fumbled this from the very beginning. I do. I think the sheriffs fluxed this up. And that's sad for Nancy and her family. I haven't either.
Agents showing images and names to local gun store owners. They are pursuing genealogical testing on the DNA evidence. They are working with technology companies to attempt to recover additional footage from Nancy's home security system. And they are using a device called a signal sniffer, a Bluetooth tracking tool deployed via helicopter, to search for the signal from Nancy's pacemaker. Savannah Guthrie has posted multiple videos to Instagram, pleading for her mother's return and telling the kidnapper that it is never too late to do the right thing. But behind the public statements, there are signs that the investigation is reaching a critical juncture. ABC News reported that sources with knowledge of the case said investigators are finding their best leads coming up empty. The partial DNA is unidentified. No additional video has been recovered. No vehicle has been associated with the abduction. Sources told ABC News that investigators believe the case will soon have to move into a new phase, with fewer dedicated resources but a small task force focused on it long term. This is the window. The next 2 to 3 weeks will determine whether this case is solved quickly or becomes a years-long investigation. The genealogical DNA results are the key.
So what if you're Savannah and your job is being on TV? How long do you think it takes to go back to work? I don't know if I could to be on TV with my mom missing. You know it? I don't think I could go be on TV. I hope they find her no matter where she's at. Dead or alive. I hope they find her. They need their mama back, man.
Retired FBI agent Jason
I only say that because I know what it means, you know? I do. You still want that person, and you want to know that you've put them to rest. You can't do that knowing that she could still even be alive. I just doubt it. I highly doubt it. Let me turn this down.
Described the process clearly. The private lab finishes the profiles. The profiles go to the sheriff. The FBI uploads them into CODIS. Within a short window, they will know if there is a match. And if there is no match in CODIS, the genealogy databases take over. Family trees, partial matches, branches that narrow to a name. In my last video, I explained how the January 23rd backward...
Yeah, if the cardiologist will know if she passes away. The cardiologist will. Because it'll send a signal. Yep. But the cardiologists are the people that can monitor that. They've probably already been told. Carol says, one question I've had is, if she walked out of that house on her feet, then why do the blood droplets look undisturbed? Maybe she didn't step in them. I don't know. Nancy having mobility issues would have a shorter gait. Yeah, yeah. Some people think that she was put into a tarp and carried out, but that would mean there was really a lot of blood on the inside. I mean, you can't kill somebody without a lot of blood. I mean, you can by choking them or whatever, but you got to remember they still defecate. You know, when you die, you defecate on yourself. Like you pass away and that comes up out of you. But, you know, there's a lot that we don't know, guys. And that's why I come here every night and I want to chit chat with my people because you guys are like inquiring minds as well. I can't figure it out. I can't even tell you if there's one or two people. You would think there was two at least, because getting a human out of there, I don't know. What's up, Big Mama? Yes, please hit that like button for me. I would appreciate it, y'all.
Walker footage created a second date for investigators to examine, a second night where the suspect was active and potentially sloppy. That theory applies with even greater force to the accomplice framework. If two people were involved in this crime,
that they know once the person passes away, no matter where they're at. It's what I heard. That the cardiologist would know if the pacemaker that the person has, if that person had passed away. No matter where she's at, they would know that. That's that chick that called on JLR. There was like a couple of them that said that. They said they worked for companies and shit. I don't know though. My brother has a pacemaker. I should ask him. I should ask him, huh? Yeah, my mom dragged her feet too. That's very true. Good point. Because my mom dragged her feet too. She tripped over a curb one time because she liked to drag her feet. And she fell right on her face, man. There was nothing I could do about it. Like, I turned back around. She was walking like a little bit behind me. And before I could do anything, she had already bam smacked her freaking nose. She broke her nose. Yep, she had two black eyes. I got a picture of it somewhere. She probably hates me for it, but yep. So I mean, and my mama wasn't 84 yet. And she did like to drag her feet. Yep. You're thinking two had to do it? I'm thinking it'd take two. I don't think one person thinks they're gonna walk into somebody's house and take them without at least one more person helping. When they find her, they can get a reading and tell the exact time of death. Okay. You have a pacemaker? Okay, I trust you then. I trust you. Oh, I believe you, baby. So once they get her back, they can like hook it up to the machine again, Bluetooth it or whatever. Isn't it like Bluetooth? But if you're in range, they can monitor it, right? So if I'm in range of my house, right, or wherever my box, I don't know. I don't know how pacemakers work. But if I'm in range, then they can monitor that live, right? I don't know. The money has to be the motive. If they remove her pacemaker, oh, whoa, man, that's deep. That'd be deep. That would be deep if somebody ripped her pacemaker out. How would you even know? They got to be holding back something. Like, because they haven't given us nothing in like 2 weeks. It is evil. Even to do this is evil. And this person still is walking the air, walking our planet. Nothing happened to him. Organized, yeah. That's what I wonder too, Monica. I would like to know how it happened. Like what happened? Where was there a struggle? What did they literally just wake her up? Um, did she put up a fight? You know? Did it look like they said nothing had been fucked with though? So they literally could have woke her up right out of her sleep and said, "Get your shit on. You're out of here." Oh, that's freaky, dude. Everybody get cameras and keep your subscription. It's really cheap. It's really cheap for your sake of peace of mind. That if something does happen, that at least you'll get it on camera, and they'll be able to use that evidence. Sad, man. I feel so bad for them. I do. I feel bad for their fam, like Savannah for sure. They will put a reader on it once they find her. You have to be with 10 feet of your transmitter to get a reading. Mine downloads at 4:30 a.m. because that's when I. Plus, you're just chilling at 4:30, probably in your bed. You know, everything's evil. Yeah. You think something big is getting ready to happen? I hope. I hope. Yeah, she could have a smartwatch. I don't know why she didn't have someone living there with her unless she just kept denying it, wouldn't take it. I don't know why she wouldn't have somebody with her. Like she's 84, y'all. That's at the age where you should have somebody with you. I'm not saying fully take care of you because my mom died of cancer and there was never a part where I had to like wipe her ass, feed her. I never had to do any of that. She was able to do things on her own. I just had to take over the bills, all the things, and took the stress off of her. I yeah, I started paying all of her bills and everything. Her money that she drawed, I let her have all of it. She did. I was like, I can't take you on no big expensive trips because we're poor, but you're gonna be able to buy whatever fuck you want to buy and have whatever you want to have till you pass away. And we made that a fact. You think her sister's gonna have something to do with this? Or do you think Tommaso had something to do with it without Annie knowing? That could be a very good possibility. Yeah, smartwatches are good to have for sure. The way technology is with them now, get you a smartwatch too. Yeah, it tells me my smartwatch tells me how good I sleep and everything. Thank you, Leslie. Yeah, I had to be, I just in my heart, in my gut, in my brain, I felt like it was my duty to be there for my mom. I was her only child, Who else was going to do it? So what I did was I stopped my whole entire life and I put it on hold. And I took care of my mother her last 3 years of life. Yep. Didn't care about nothing in my life. Took care of her. I eventually, when I started, I didn't work. I started just taking care of her, but I ended up getting jobs because I didn't want to sit around the house all fucking day. But I ended up working like 6 hours a day, I think it was at this one spot. But you know, it was my mama, man. I hope one of you feel the same way that you would do it for your mom. My mom put up through hell with me. I put her through some hell. I was not a good kid. So it was the least I could do to make up to her. I was not a good kid, guys.
then the cell tower data becomes twice as powerful. The FBI is not looking for one phone that appeared at the rehearsal site on January 23rd and at the crime scene on February 1st. They are looking for two phones, two devices that might have been in proximity to each other on both nights, two devices that might have traveled similar routes at similar times, two devices that might have connected to the same cell towers in sequence. The suspect on January 23rd may have been conducting a solo rehearsal, but if the
cell towers have become so beneficial to cases like this.
Accomplice theory is correct, it is equally possible that both individuals were present for the dry run. One testing the approach, the other watching from a vehicle parked nearby, monitoring the neighborhood response time, counting the seconds between the camera trigger and the dog barking. A proper dress rehearsal does not just test the performer, it tests the entire production. And here's the problem for whoever did this. You can manufacture an alibi for the night of February 1st. You know the crime is coming, you plan for it, you leave your phone at home, you borrow a car, you create a digital ghost. But January 23rd was supposed to be invisible. Nobody was supposed to know about it. The Ring camera was supposed to miss the backward walker. The dog was not supposed to bark. The homeowner was not supposed to post the footage. Because the suspects believed January 23rd was safe, they almost certainly did not take precautions. Their phones were in their pockets. They drove their own cars. They connected to cell towers along the route. And all of that data is sitting in the records of every telecommunications company that
That's true. If he had came up there that one night all by himself to case the place, he probably did bring his phone with him. He probably didn't take the precautions like he did that night. He probably had his phone with him. And that, at that point, it would be pinging. Lord.
Operates towers in the northern Tucson area. If the FBI runs a tower dump for January 23rd and overlays it with cell data from February 1st, and two phones appear in both data sets, phones that are registered to two individuals who know each other, who live in the same area, who have a 19-year relationship, the case does not just narrow, it closes. Throughout this investigation, multiple ransom-style communications have been sent to media outlets. TMZ received an initial ransom note on February 1st and 2nd, demanding millions of dollars in Bitcoin. That note contained a Bitcoin wallet address. A second note followed, then a third, and then a fourth. The fourth email, received on February 16th, stated in part that the sender knows what they saw 5 days ago south of the border, and that they were told to shut up, claiming they know who the kidnapper is, and that it was definitely Nancy. Investigative journalist and former FBI profiler Jim Clemente and ransom expert David Levin both analyzed the communications. Levin noted that the sender said they would not touch an initial $50,000 payment until an arrest is made, at which point they would expect the FBI to deposit the remaining $50,000. The person wrote that they are gambling, both for his safety and his possible freedom. Levin interpreted this language as suggesting the sender may be close to the flame and worried about being implicated themselves. Close to the flame. That phrase has stayed with me. The ransom language does not read like a stranger demanding payment. It reads like someone who is involved.
What you doing, Primo? Shout out to you, homeboy. Primo Dupree in the chat somewhere. He said, here, $5, bro. He said, I'm always lurking in the chat. Life just been busy. Love, bro. Life first. You already know how we roll, man. Life first, G. Thank you.
Right now, 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 right
now. Salute to Primo Dupree in the chat, y'all.
Involved at a peripheral level. Someone who knows what happened, but was not the one who did it. Someone who is terrified of being connected to the crime, but sees an opportunity to profit from the information they have. In the TMZ tipster's earliest communication, they use the phrase, the main individual, not the kidnapper, not the suspect, the main individual. That is organizational language. It implies a hierarchy. It implies that the sender understands there is more than one person involved, and that one of them is primary and the others are secondary. If you are describing a lone stranger who broke into a house and took a woman, You say the kidnapper or the man or the person who did this. You do not say the main individual unless you understand that the operation has layers. Now consider who might write something like that. Someone close to the flame. Someone who knows the main individual. Someone who is gambling with their own safety because they are worried about being implicated. Does that sound like a random stranger who stumbled across information? Or does that sound like someone on the outer edge of the conspiracy? Someone who was involved enough to know what happened, but not central enough to feel safe?
Yeah, she walked with the cane, and the cane was left there, they said. So, who knows, man? He's a baby, ain't he? He's just a big damn baby. He's just a big damn baby. Stretch out, yep. Big fat kitty. You can't sit there. No, you can't sit there. Thank you. So you go sit there. Okay. He's the fat kitty. He's the chat cat. Yeah, he's the chat cat. He hangs out with y'all, but he won't hang out with nobody in person. He runs. He's only hangs out with me. It's weird. When Earth come to visit me, he would not fuck with them. He hid like a mug. He plays with those toys still.
Someone who is watching the investigation close in and is trying to position themselves on the right side of it before the DNA comes back. If the accomplice theory is correct, there may be more than 2 people who know what happened to Nancy Guthrie. There may be people who helped with logistics, people who provided a location, people who were told about the plan after the fact. Every one of those people is now watching the same news coverage you are watching. They are seeing the DNA analysis. They are seeing the genealogy databases. They are seeing the $200,000 reward. And at least one of them has already started talking to the media, even if they are doing it through anonymous emails to TMZ. The ring of people who know the truth about February 1st is wider than one person. And the wider that ring gets, the more likely it is that someone inside it breaks. Before I get to the counter-arguments, I want to address the other coverage of Dominic Evans that has appeared on YouTube and social media, because much of it has been careless. Some channels have presented the SWAT raid on February 13th as though it targeted Dominic Evans. It did not.
Live in my chat box. Yeah. He don't fuck with people in real life though. I'm trying to get him used to people more. Like if I know someone's coming, I'll close the door in here. That way he can't run in the bedroom. But then he just runs up on top of the counter.
The individuals detained were Luke Daly and his mother. Evans has not been publicly detained, questioned, or connected to any law enforcement action. Presenting the raid as an Evans story is factually wrong, and it undermines the credibility of everyone covering this case. Some channels have called the gloves found near Nancy's home latex gloves. They are not latex. They are nitrile. The distinction matters because nitrile is what is used in scientific and laboratory settings, which connects to Tommaso's profession. Latex is a completely different material. Getting this wrong shows a lack of basic research. Some channels have presented side-by-side photographs of Evans and the masked suspect and declared a match as though it were conclusive. It is not. Low-resolution doorbell camera footage, distorted by infrared lighting and partially obscured by a ski mask, cannot be reliably compared to casual photographs taken in completely different conditions. Facial comparison from this kind of evidence requires forensic analysis by trained professionals, not screenshot collages on social media. I am presenting the Dominic Evans connection because the publicly available facts warrant examination. His criminal record, his proximity, his relationship with Tommaso, the physical description match, the 2 DNA profiles, the accomplice theory. These are legitimate data points, but they are not proof. And anyone who tells you they are proof is selling you something other than the truth. If the family is
Tommaso, though. Where's Tommaso? No, it's
cleared, the argument goes, then Tommaso is cleared. And if Tommaso is cleared, the theory that he directed someone else to commit this crime has no foundation. This is a legitimate counter-argument, and it deserves to be taken seriously. But as I explained in my last video, cleared is an investigative status, not a legal verdict. It means the current evidence does not support charging them. It does not mean new evidence cannot change that status. And in high-profile cases, clearing family members publicly can be a tactical decision designed to reduce pressure on the investigation and potentially make a guilty party lower their guard. There is also the possibility that Dominic Evans is completely uninvolved, that his criminal record is from years ago and has no connection to this crime.
That's true. Let's not hold people to their past. That's true. Because I would be wrong for doing that. And I don't like to be that way. So I'm wrong for holding his past against him. It does show character though, that you've done this before. But, you know, people can change. People have every right in the world to change. And he could have. Oh man. I'll tell you what. This here case doesn't look good, does it? Man, my eye's bad, man. This ain't good, man. This is not good, y'all. I don't know if they're going to find Nancy anytime soon.
That his physical resemblance to the suspect is coincidental. That his friendship with Tommaso is just a friendship and nothing more. And that the real kidnapper is someone whose name has not surfaced yet. Someone who is sitting in a database, waiting to be matched by genealogy. This possibility is real, and it should not be dismissed. In my last video, I presented the case for Tommaso Cioni as the architect. In this video, I have presented the case for Dominic Evans as the potential operative. A man with felony convictions for burglary and robbery. A man who fits the FBI's physical description. A man who has been close friends with the victim's son-in-law for 19 years. A man who lives in the immediate area. A man whose band's debut album was called Life, Love, Love, Murder.
I think we can't count him if we can't count Tommaso, right? But what do you think? The FBI says, "Oh, we cleared the family," and then they go back and do some arrests. Where is he? Because he's not with his wife. What's up, man? He's not with his wife. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Nana Banana, hello there. I have a feeling she's gone. Truth is going to slip somewhere. I hope they find her. I do. They need to recover her. Because I've got a feeling she's gone too. I've got a strong feeling. Just thinking in a criminal mind, you're not keeping this woman forever like this. You're just not. You're not keeping her. The thought of getting any money now is out the window. The ransom isn't going to happen, and they've probably offed her, y'all. To be honest, they know they're not going to get the ransom. That was over with a few weeks ago, actually. Now it's just a matter of where they put her. What'd they do with her? Like, where is she now? Where'd they put her at? Because that's the way I feel. She's long gone, I think. At least a week now. I say she was passed a week after. If she wasn't passed that day, that night. We don't know if she was even living when she left. Honestly, right? You're right, Monica. You're true. It's true. Yeah, missing people sometimes never get found. It's very true. But I'm hoping they do find her body. In an old well. They haven't even checked the old mines over there. Arizona's got big mines and shit underground and all that. Like blast mines. And I don't know. It leaves me a little uneasy knowing that these types of people are still walking the earth. You agree, Hank? I think it's pretty uneasy that this type of person's still walking this planet. and could very easily do this to someone else. I don't think it was a botched burglary. I think somebody might have been telling Savannah something. If it is a botched burglary, then they definitely have gotten rid of her. She's no longer with us. But I don't think it's a burglary because they said they didn't take anything. When the bug came on the step and the pacemaker quit, I hope it was then. Yeah, hopefully she didn't do any suffering. Pacemaker didn't quit, just disconnected from Bluetooth. Yeah, it's hot there. If they dump her somewhere, she's gonna bake in the sun. All the animals are gonna eat her alive. You might never find her. You might never find her. Drive off deep enough into the desert. Do what you're gonna do with her. I feel like you need help though. I feel like you would need help. And if you've got help, then that means that person could tell on you at any given time. Like all they have to do is just say, "Hey, I feel bad about this." This doesn't seem like a botched burglary. Why would you just decide to take the woman if you were just breaking in? Hello, I'm here. I would turn around and run if I ran into her. Right? Oh shit, somebody's here. Boom, I'd be gone. Look how good you're dressed. You're not going to leave any fucking identity anywhere. You're just going to be somebody broke in somebody's house and they didn't know who it was. What's up, Phoenix? Blaze has no conscience. I know. That's the problem with it. They can't have a conscience. Yeah, I don't think it was a burglary gone wrong. They went to get this woman for what? The motive be? It could be against Savannah. She was starting to interview Epstein victims. You know, she might have been somebody that they didn't want getting down to the bottom of it. Because she did start interviewing Epstein people. Could be. This would be a horrible way to get at somebody, though. Jesus, man. Would kill your mama? Wow. Wow. I don't even know. I don't even know what she is. I have no clue. I have no clue what her political a vendetta. Somebody wanted her job. That could be it too. Yeah, he got weird stuff involved, man. He's involved in weird stuff.
But I want to close with something that no one else covering this case has said out loud. The reason the Dominic Evans angle matters is not because of his face. It is not because of a wrist tattoo or a side-by-side comparison on social media. It is because he solves the problem. The single biggest problem in the Tommaso Cioni theory. In my last video, the counter-argument that hit the hardest was the height. Tommaso is too tall to be the man on the porch. If that is true, the theory should collapse. But the theory does not collapse because of Dominic Evans. A man the right height, the right build, the right background, the right proximity, the right relationship to the person who dropped Nancy Guthrie off 4 hours before she disappeared. If you remove Dominic Evans from this case, the Tommaso theory has a fatal flaw. If you add him back in, every flaw disappears. That is not proof, but it is a framework. And frameworks are what investigators use to organize evidence until the evidence speaks for itself. The DNA will speak. The genealogy will speak. The The cell tower data will speak, and when they do, the framework will either hold or it will shatter. There is one more thing I want you to think about. The reward.
That wasn't Whitaker drama. That was creator drama. That wasn't Whitaker drama, bro. That has nothing to do with the Whitakers. Let's be honest here. That's just creator drama, buddy.
Reward is now $200,000. That number is not just for a stranger with information. It is for anyone who knows anything. If there is a circle of people who know what happened on the night of January...
You're right. There's a lot of people that aren't fucking theorizing this. They're outright blaming Tommaso.
January 31st,
Right,
$200,000 is a number that tests loyalty. It tests friendships. It tests the bond between two men who met through a classified ad in 2007 and played music together for nearly 2 decades. Money has a way of making people reconsider their silence.
Do you think this guy could have done this without going through Tommaso? He knows how much Annie's worth, probably. Or Savannah's worth. He knows right where his mama lives. He don't really need her. Yeah, that's old and done. There's gonna be more. I'm gonna cover it when I can finally get the paperwork through Patrick's stuff. I'll cover it then, Chris.
Especially when the alternative is a DNA match that leads federal agents to their front door. I am not telling you he did it. I am telling you that when the DNA results come back, his name is one that the investigation cannot afford to ignore. And if those results connect to anyone in the early Black Circle, then the album title, the criminal record, the 19-year friendship, the height match, the geographic proximity, all of it stops being coincidence and starts being evidence. The DNA will decide. It always does. And when it does, we will be here. Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Yeah, that's a good theory though, ain't it? He put that AI shit together, didn't he? That was a good theory, I think. Very good theory. Let's go over here and see what JLR is talking about, guys. See anything new in here? See if anything good new on the scene.
Where you need to go now, right? I think so.
What are we doing? We're just spinning.
Said it was the same company that's been out here cleaning the pools out here.
Don't you think that everybody would get it?
Well, I would think so. If they get,
people.
I would think anyone that has access to the house should voluntarily hit, submit their DNA.
Absolutely, and I would be like, obviously, okay, actually, absolutely, I'll give it to you,
But we don't even know any name that has been in this house.
Dad, how do you guys feel being out there? Like, knowing that everything
it's just,
is
there's no information. It's like this mystery that happened. The whole world is watching, and we're not getting any information. Everything's happening behind the scenes. What is happening? What is not happening? We just don't know. But things that are starting to come out, like for instance, we'll just use it. I can go back so many examples. Crime scene not set up. Them fishing through the septic tank. Week and a half, 2 weeks later, out in the side yard, poking through. Just yesterday, the surveillance video of that vehicle, 2.5 miles away, yet they didn't even go, the law enforcement even go around that neighborhood even asking for surveillance. That is a key way to get out of the neighborhood, at least asking. We're only finding out this now.
Yeah, they're not doing shit.
I've never heard of nobody doing searches either. Like, we had a little boy, Emmanuel, in Fitchburg, Leominster, Mass area, and they were out foot searching, a couple days later, and they found him 3 towns over in a suitcase.
Yeah.
It's just sad, but I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for what you guys do, and hopefully we can get an end to this, and we can have some closure.
Thanks for stopping by, Anastasia. Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Be safe out there.
Bye. Bye.
We support the nurses.
Next.
We support the nurses. Luke Daly. Luke. Misty Haynes says, I am a cardiovascular nurse of 15 years. Chatting with, how many nurses have we spoke today?
Yeah, there's another
We
one.
spoke to
that
like
wants
literally
talk tomorrow.
like, oh, we got another one that wants to talk tomorrow. Yeah, we'll do another one tomorrow. Chat with more nurses tomorrow or anyone in expertise. As the sun goes down outside Nancy Guthrie's home, day 27. You know, we don't know where this is going to go. We don't know. There might be a raid tonight. Last 3 weeks ago, right? Or 2 weeks ago.
A raid, huh?
There was a massive raid 2 weeks ago on, we got choppers up in the sky. Hear the choppers?
Yeah, sounds probably military.
Military choppers. Oh, it's low too. Look how low it is. Military choppers. Military choppers. They don't even come up on flight radar.
Thanks. What's up, Lee?
I think it's Friday Perp Day.
How you
I
doing?
think this is the day
Oh, you just passed at me, Lily.
we get answers.
Shout out to my
Accountability.
girl, Lily, for her little famous 420 drive.
I hope.
I appreciate you, Lily. You already know, Mama.
Not really any major breaking news story today.
Right now, 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 right now.
Right now, right now, right now, right now, right now, right now, right now. He sounds bored. I think he is too. Like, gotta be, man. There ain't nothing going on. Nothing going on. Oh. Yeah, JLR earns his money. I see a lot of people hating. I couldn't believe to see Dolly hating on him. That kind of upset me a little bit. But Dolly's out here striking people's channels and shit. That's not cool, man. You don't get no good points for that.
What does that sound?
Oh, if you're not a pacemaker, you know exactly what you're talking about. I
Sandra
believe you fully,
Velez says,
I didn't know you had a
Sandra
pacemaker,
Velez, so are you going to
Sweets.
volunteer this Marine or what, JLR? We stand ready. Sandra Velez, 0424, ready for some action. A Marine.
I like
Thank you for
Dolly
your service.
because he
We
was
support the Marines.
he was
on the
doing
channel.
kind of the same kind of content I do for a while. He was going at Baby
Crime
N,
Unsolved has a video about
you know,
Luke.
and then he switched
Kim,
it up
not
to
your
Dolly
cup of
vision.
tea. Well, somebody clip it. I need a video. I need a video of him.
He kind of sold
walking.
out, I guess.
That's it. We just need a video of him walking.
Yeah.
I haven't found one.
Right now, right now, right now.
Kim's not your cup of tea. Does it show a video of him walking, like an actual video?
That's tight.
Because people have been sending me like
Tell him
side
that's
by
cool,
sides
man.
and
We love
everything
it.
like that of him in the perp. No, I need an actually raw video of him walking.
No, Tommaso is Annie's boy,
Hello.
Annie's husband.
Volvo.
It's her sister's husband.
Again, has the distance from NG's bedroom been disclosed? What area of her house does the pacemaker lose its ability to sync? Angel. PLSN.
Yeah, I didn't think Dolly would be like that, man. But you're striking channels. Like, he striked White Boy Lockdown Radio.
That's a great question, though. What is the distance
ain't
from
cool,
NG's
bro.
bedroom? Been disclosed. What area of the house does the pacemakers lose its ability to sync? Some people said 200 feet. 200 feet on a pacemaker. About 200 feet.
It's range of Bluetooth, probably. Anything
That's why when
wireless.
they were doing this, the sniffer, it was like 200 feet up.
Dolly Barton. It's Dolly Vision. I've heard some things, Sarah. I've heard some things. Nancy and Toddy. She's a wannabe Nancy. That's funny. Want to be old Nancy Grace ass? You want to be Nancy Grace head ass? As long as Toddy ain't talking shit about me, she can live. Told y'all I keep it internet. I don't try to get it in real life stuff, but I will if you play with me. Yeah. People say Dolly got a big head. Facts, Cuddle. Facts. That right there. Period.
Getting dark out here. As the sun starts going down. Oh, pink light. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, look at that.
The reflection.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah, but JLR won't strike. He knows that he can't win. Strikes, you can't win, man. If it's fair use, it's fair use. This is all fair use. If he struck me, I would just counter strike it, and then he would have to go to court and all that. After 10 days, my video will go back up. That's just how you play the game. And then you can actually file a claim with them and say that they're false copyright and claiming people, and that'll get your channel taken down. Yeah. Anybody ever hits you with a fucking copyright claim, just hit them with the reverse notification. That means they have to go get court papers. They got 10 days to do it.
Wow, look at this sunset.
If not, your video
pretty cool
goes
looking,
back
isn't
up.
it? Every night, something different.
Cuddle. Oh yeah, it'd be hard to drag a body through there, wouldn't it? Thank you, Hillbilly. I appreciate it, baby. It is pretty. Arizona's pretty, y'all. I don't know if I would live there, though. I think if I wanted to live somewhere warm, I would head myself to Florida first.
Cool. Oh, go ahead. Sunset.
I know, I don't want you to miss it.
Nah, no.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think I found a different love for the desert because I just always looked at it like it was just a bunch of sand everywhere. And nothing's there, but there's lots of foliage. And your friends lives there? Nice.
Folks, the day is coming to an end. Nancy has still not been found.
Well, in fact, to Cali.
Tomorrow's
Cali.
going to be a
I'm
big day,
going back to Cali.
a long day
Nah, I'm
for
going to
us.
Florida first. I would never go to California. They got
Sheriff's
bad
pulling out
politics.
of the house.
That's fire, Leanne.
But I appreciate everyone
Thank you, Susan.
for keeping
I like
Nancy's
Lady
name
K.
out
She's
there, the
good people.
comments itself, keeping the stream going each and every day. Because I can't do this without all of you. Not at all. This would not be possible without all of you.
So true.
Because you all are a part of this.
I can't do nothing I
You
do up here
all
with
are
y'all without y'all.
the ones with
I
the
can't,
comments
and I won't.
and what is
I
happening.
won't do it.
David says,
fact.
JLR, check the geographical maps and see
Gotta
if
have
any
y'all.
abandoned mines are in the area. We're working on that, David. Paul, there's actually some a little bit to the north, but the abandoned mines is an interesting one, and it's something maybe we'll go take a look at. If there's one up in the Mount Lemon area, maybe we'll go look. But you're right. We should check one out just to see what an abandoned mine looks like. We should. That will be another goal. I mean, we got to...
Gotta be careful, bro. Gotta be careful, man. Insurance is not going to pay for you go creeping around an abandoned mine, bro. You fucking something happens to you in there, bro. Your insurance is not going to pay the people that you love. They're not. Oh yeah, they helped me a lot. For sure, for sure. I told everybody yesterday I lean on y'all. Y'all will help me flow, y'all. No, you do your thing, Earth. You know, life first with us. You know that. Handle your business, baby. Shit, I'm about to get up off here soon, anyways. I'm now talking with y'all. Yeah, I just put a post up the other day, guys. You had my back so deep. I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I managed to squeak by, man. And hopefully, if I start work on the 9th, everything will work out with my bills and shit. I'll just squeak by, man. Just do it. But that's all right. We good. Yeah, we family up in this piece, man. This is a community. This is a community of good people. If you ain't good people, get the fuck away. Right on, Chris. Let's hope for the best, buddy. Earth, you already know. Go handle your business, baby. I want all y'all to have a beautiful night, man. I'm going to get up off here, watch my usual every night thing. It's Friday. So, everybody, all you freaks out there, be safe, okay? All you freakies. I'm talking about all you sexy ones in the chat. I know who you are. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Sexy beast, you. Be safe out there, okay? Today it warmed up here. It was got up to 60 degrees in Naptown. And I went outside today. I didn't have a bag strapped to my leg. I felt good. I felt like I'm going to get myself back again. I've been eating better, putting on weight. Yep, I'm gaining like 2 pounds every other day. And that's good. Love y'all too, man. Love y'all too. Make sure y'all here tomorrow. I may do a day stream with y'all and see if we can maybe marathon it. If you guys want to run a marathon tomorrow, I'll give y'all something to do if you ain't got nothing to do on old Saturday afternoon. I appreciate and I love y'all, man. Thank you for everything you do for this channel. You guys are awesome. First off, let me do this if I can. Let me see. Didn't come up again. What the heck? Um, all right, everybody, enjoy your beautiful evenings. Stay who you are, stay real, stay solid, Stay motivated, aggressive, and defiant. Mwah.